On this episode of the Cyndágo podcast.
Sketches with Markiplier, the move to LA, Mother Teresa, and porn. What's up, guys? Welcome to the first ever Cyndágo podcast. I am one of your two hosts, Danny Phantom.
And I'm Susan Sassafras.
We decided that right before we'd start the podcast, we would come up with names off the dome.
Danny Phantom. It's like, it's funny. It's not a funny name by itself, but it's so out there.
The reference.
Like, I watched the show religiously when I was a kid.
Religiously?
Yeah.
You're the only person who can say that they've watched Danny Phantom religiously.
No, come on. There's got to be other people.
Once a week.
Did you watch it?
I watched it.
Yes, yeah. It was hard. I took 30 minutes out of my day each week.
Light some candles. Get like a prayer candle, like the really tall cylindrical prayer candles. But
you actually have one of those, don't you?
I do.
And we had
Oh yeah.
What do you okay? What happened?
Man, people are gonna hate me for this. So we just got in the apartment where we are now. We're gonna tell you guys all about this, but we'll just kick it off with a fun little story. We just moved in, and we were getting our internet installed, and I thought for fun I wanted to buy a prayer candle because here in LA, obviously because of how diverse the culture is and the people, they sell prayer candles of all different religions in grocery stores. Like, there's a whole aisle dedicated to it. And back where we're from in South Carolina, it wasn't like that.
Well, yeah, as you said, it's very diverse in Los Angeles. There are adverts in like different languages, and that was just very strange coming from South Carolina where it's just all English. I was going to say American, but that's not a fucking...
It was all English.
It was all English. It's like an English muffin. You know, muffins are the only other thing English that I could attach there.
Did you just say smoke an English muffin?
Did I? Did I say
smoke
an English muffin?
I hope you did.
I mean, like a true gentleman.
Yeah, so anyway, I was enamored.
Okay.
I was enamored by the...
Like high school vocabulary.
Yeah, no problem. You're welcome. By the amount of prayer candles. So I was like, you know what? I want to buy one and have one just because. And I am not a religious person. I have really no dog in the race. So I was just kind of interested in what it would be like to own one. So I owned it. And I'm not going to say what religion it was because I don't want to offend the people who are in it. But I kind of defaced it a little bit. We're not going to go into details about what I did. But it wasn't anything too bad. That's a lie. So I had it in the closet, and
it's just for fun. It's not because you had any sort of deep hatred for this religion. Like, we both don't hate any religion.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
It's just that's our sense of humor. It's just funny to us.
It's shock humor. And see, originally I did that with no intention of telling anyone but Ryan, but here we are telling the world that I did this. So I super apologize for it.
Is like three people? We've probably turned the podcast off by now.
Yeah, nobody's listening anymore. But anyway, so you pretty much could already see where this story is going. Dude man walks into my closet where the electric box is to get in to install the internet, and I had to move it I had like 2 seconds from the time that he had entered my room to the time that I remembered that it was in there to the time that he actually got in there. So I just like quickly ran in. He knew I was hiding something. He probably thought it was a huge bag of weed.
I'm sure he probably saw it or something.
He
was in there long enough.
Yeah, he probably looked for it.
He was probably scared.
He's probably in there while I wasn't in there, just like looking around my closet. Like, what's he hiding? He'll have no idea I'm looking around. Oh,
yeah,
God.
But he was installing internet because we recently moved in in Glendale, Los Angeles.
Right.
And we're really new here. We're like, not even 2 months into it.
No, not even. Yeah, we moved in here on the 18th of February. And we arrived here in Los Angeles officially on the 7th.
Yep.
Now that means that we've been in this apartment for over a month.
Yep.
And we've been in LA for even more than that.
Oh, so there's some math there. That was really good math.
So Ryan, we've been here for a while. What has been your favorite experience here since we've moved?
Experience. Ooh, I'm trying to think. Favorite experience.
Yeah, that's kind of broad. Here, let me try to narrow it down.
Because there's experiences, and then there's things that are just very convenient that I like about living where we live.
Okay, yeah, then let me rephrase the question.
Okay.
What is your favorite perk living in LA that you didn't have living anywhere else in the world?
Well,
or South Carolina?
I'm a big movie person. You know that. And I'd say a big perk.
Do you like movies?
And I'd say a big perk is that most of the theaters that you can see any movie here. We used to have and what I mean by that is like even independent movies. Because in South Carolina we had one theater called the Nickelodeon Theater where we lived, and it would show some independent films from time to time, but it was like usually 1 to 2 a week. You know, maybe.
Yeah. Shout out to the Nickelodeon Theater
Yeah.
if anybody that has been there or works there is listening.
Yeah.
We love you. We got love for you, boys and girls.
But like here, you can find an independent movie, and it's just that it's so easy. It's not even a mile away. They're everywhere. Movie theaters are everywhere. We live within walking distance to a movie theater, and that's something that I love because I have a movie pass, which means I can see a movie every 24 hours. I pay $35 a month.
And how can the listeners sign up, Ryan?
No, not intended, but like I mean,
I know.
it saves me money, and I'm pretty sure they're going to cancel it because they're losing a lot of money to this customer right here. But yeah, I'd say it was definitely the I can branch out more and watch more movies because to see Whiplash, I had to drive an hour and a half, 2 hours out of my way. I had to go to Charlotte to see Whiplash, and Whiplash was not even that independent of a film,
Right.
to begin with.
Right.
So I mean, now I don't have to make trips to see these movies that aren't getting wide releases. They're next door to me, and I
Yeah.
find I love that.
You're at the movie release capital of the world now.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's great, yeah.
And you?
Me, my favorite thing is, I don't know, it's really hard to compete with what you were saying. I mean, having everything within walking distance. But I'd say my absolute favorite thing so far about LA in general is, I don't know, just the feeling of the diversity in people, of just walking around and knowing that everybody's here to do something creative. We've been around so many creative people. I recently have been lucky enough to start jamming with Ryan's cousin.
Yeah, I was about to mention that. Tell us more about that. I want to know more about that.
Yeah. So basically, guys, Ryan has a cousin who's lived out in Los Angeles for a little while now. I think he actually lived in Redding, California for a while too. But he was from Nashville. He went to school out in Nashville. And now he lives out here, and he's been here for years. And he's an extremely talented singer and songwriter. He plays piano and guitar. And basically, I was hooked up with him through Ryan, and it's been nothing but great experiences with him. We've written some music together. I've met other musicians through him. We've started this little band project.
You guys
thing.
performed, and I went to a house show, which I awkwardly just stood in a corner. I remember because Daniel just looked up. I mean, I don't even think he had to think, where should I look for Ryan other than the corner behind just a bunch of just people.
He just had like
people that were like conversating and were already friends, and I'm just behind him like smiling and jamming a little bit.
Yeah, I just see him like with his hands in his hoodie and his legs together, like his shoulders kind of hunched, like.
I mean, I'm not a very, I am eccentric, but I'm not a very socially eccentric person, if that makes any sense.
Ryan has to be around the right group of people, and it's like an on and off switch. It's night and day. It's either he's just like the quietest, shyest person you'll meet, or he's the most outgoing, ridiculous personality.
You just have to get to know me, I guess, or as you said, I have to be with someone. Like, if I'm with you, then you and I can just, I guess we seem like douchebags in that situation.
Yeah, I mean,
because we're excluding everyone else.
From the outsiders, we look like complete. We are those people in public that are really loud, and we're the people that we hate. Because when we go out in public, and we're just hanging out, and we see some people walking around like being really loud and obnoxious and like laughing, we just immediately hate them. I think that's just human condition. But we, at the same time, are those people a lot of the time. We are those douchebags.
Well, that comes a lot down to our personality because,
yeah,
because
definitely.
I mean, on what you see on Cyndágo, I wouldn't say like we act like our characters or anything, but if you get to the heart of our humor, that is what we are like. Like we, I guess, how do I put this? We improvise little skits out in public. Like we were at H&M yesterday,
Yes.
and first I just came up to Daniel like, Jonathan Rutherford, whatever name that is. I just made that up. I can't remember what I called him.
That was the guy we went to high school with.
Is it really?
Jonathan Rutherford?
Really?
Yeah.
Except I said Rutherford.
Oh, nice cover up. Oh, well.
Is that really his name?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, that was in my brain somewhere.
That was the most random reference.
I didn't mean it though.
Dude,
but
I
anyways,
knew in
so
high
like
school.
I walked up, it's like, how's it going? Just, you know, like in movies or TV shows, you always like see that like douchebag that's
Right.
doing really well because he's a douchebag. Only douchebags, you know, achieve anything in life apparently. But well, anyways, it's just
Mother
like, hey-
Teresa achieved a lot. Are you calling Mother Teresa a douchebag?
No. Yes. I'm just like, hey, how's it going? I haven't seen you forever, bro. And I'm being loud. Like I saw like some people just kind of like looking over. I'm sure because you did the exact same thing to me 5 minutes
Yeah, I
later.
just did it back to you. Yeah, it's so fun because he'll come up like I'm just looking at shirts casually. Ryan will go off doing his own thing, looking at clothes, and I just hear like from behind me, "Hey, Rick, it's been years, buddy." And then there's like people around us that are obviously looking over like, oh, like feeling bad for me because nobody likes that situation, and we're like really touchy feely and like. We just play characters from movies, and it's so fun because we don't even... I mean, we do it because we're being crazy in public and people are getting pissed off and people might be feeling bad for me or hating his character, but mostly we forget that we're even in public, and we just do it because it makes us laugh,
The
whether
public
there are people or not.
Yeah, the public also gives us like a set.
Yeah.
They're almost like extras in our little movie. How egotistical that might sound.
Yeah.
That's how it feels. Also,
so
remember
fun, though.
the one time you started playing a character like pretending to ignore me. And so I turned it into, hey, can you stop that guy? He has my phone. He stole my phone. You were just...
I started walking really fast ahead of him in a public mall versus a private mall, and I was like way ahead of him. I just heard he apparently like stopped somebody, and they were
some girl like turned around and like was like, what's gonna happen now? Oh, is he gonna beat him up? I guess that's what goes through her head.
Excuse me, somebody help! That guy has my phone. Oh man, yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, so far LA has been so much fun. We've had nothing but like super fun experiences with particularly other YouTubers like Mark, of course.
Yeah.
Mark, of
The Game
course.
Grumps.
The Game Grumps.
We've met all of them. Mm-hmm. We've met every single one of them now.
Yeah, we went and saw Brian Regan, a hilarious comedian with all those dudes.
And we also
And the completionist.
Yeah.
Gerard from the the completionist.
We also did a video with Matt Pat.
Yeah, we did a video with Matt Pat and Gerard and Mark, and that is up on the game. Oh, not the Game Theorist.
No, what is the name?
Yeah,
that's Matt Pat. What is it? It's RP, isn't it? It's like it's their initials are RP. I can't remember.
We're great people.
I'm trying to remember. It's in my brain somewhere.
Oh,
Something
we'll think of it.
reclusive. No, I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Oh God.
You stall.
Random encounters.
Random. Yeah, that's it. Random encounters. I don't know. Was it RP?
R-E.
R-E.
Close enough.
P and E rhyme.
We love you guys. AJ.
The jet plane. That's just the first thing that came into my mind. I don't know why I thought I.
JJ the Abrams plane.
JJ the Abrams plane.
Photoshop challenge, guys.
Please, if anyone is listening to this, and they just JJ the Abrams plane, just create that, please. I'm begging you on my knees.
And make sure you tweet it at us at Cyndágo or post it on Instagram and tag at Cyndágo. And also make sure...
tag Cyndágo.
Tag
I don't
Cyndágo.
think you can hashtag at Cyndágo.
Yeah, tag, hashtag, whatever we're trying to say. But yeah, also, here's a little shameless plug. Make sure you guys are following us on all of our social media. Most importantly, make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. youtube.com/user/Cyndágo. Make sure you are liking us on Facebook, facebook.com/Cyndágo. You wanna finish it out?
Twitter at Cyndágo, Instagram at Cyndágo. You already said Facebook.
Yeah. What's up?
We don't really do it anymore. We don't do Vine that much anymore, do we?
Yeah, we should. Mark has been talking about getting back into Vine. I think that could be something we could jump in that with him.
Yeah. Well, he's talking about doing more of like, cinematic-ish Vines, like little
That's what I want to do too.
That's cool for... I don't know. I wouldn't mind doing those every once in a while, but I like how Vine, like for us at least, because we're used to doing these sketches and people know us as the sketch guys, it gives more of a personal look at our humor.
Yeah.
While we can act strange and weird, but it's more of just like, I don't know, something about the cell phone quality really makes it more personal, I guess.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, it's like a window into our actual lives. But yeah, LA's been great so far. Make sure you're following us on all social media. This is our first like real podcast that's up on iTunes and stuff, so don't blame us if it's like not going super well right now. I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it's going fine.
I mean, whatever. You and I are just having a conversation. I mean, I think that's just how it is. Like listening to other podcasts, because I don't listen to that many, but when I do, and you start with the first episode, they're just getting into it, and I think we'll just kind of pick up our own groove.
Yeah.
Further down because we're planning. I don't want to say. I don't know. I think it's okay to be open. I don't know if we're going to make this a bi-weekly or weekly or what do you want to do with this?
Yeah, I'd like to do bi-weekly, but it's really hard to say because I don't want to, put all of our...
Because we might get...
Put it all out there.
Yeah, and we might get a little more busy than we are right now.
Yeah. So jump ahead of ourselves.
So just stay tuned, and if another one pops up later this week or next week, we'll find out.
But yeah, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to do a thing that might become a segment, might not become a segment. We're not sure yet, but we want to kind of, talk with you guys a little bit. So we're going to start off by reading some comments.
Ooh.
And Ryan, if you want to go ahead while I'm pulling this up, say something to the fans about the fundraiser that we did and tell them about how we're getting the perks.
Okay, so the reason we're actually here is because we had a fundraiser on Indiegogo. We wanted to raise $8,000 to help move us and buy equipment and stuff so we could get started out in LA because we got hired to direct, edit, write, pretty much everything to do with sketch comedy. But we just didn't have the money to fly out here, find a place or anything like that, really get set up here. So we started a fundraiser, and what started out as us wanting to get $8,000, we got
$22,468.
Yeah. And we passed 8,000 very quickly.
Very quickly.
And so we got more than enough. We are now, we've already shot 2 sketches. One for Mark's channel, which you can see now, and one that's hopefully up by the time we release this. So, I mean, we're already hard at work. Of course, we're starting this podcast. We're just trying to keep ourselves as busy as we can, trying to build our community, and everyone that donated helped us do that. So I'm really stoked to see what we can do with the future.
Yeah, me too. All right, well, I got some comments pulled up here, so I'm going to go ahead.
I can't read them from where. Well, I could. But I would strain my eyes.
Zoom in.
There we go. That's better.
Yeah. All right. So we got a comment here from Kyre Shadrick. This was posted 2 days ago on Burning Alive with Markiplier. Go ahead. Why don't you read it?
Here's the comment. How in the world aren't they dead? Both Carolina Reaper and Ghost Peppers can kill you. Does the Mark and his friends have superpowers? Fun fact. Farmer in Australia use ghost peppers to keep animals from their crops.
Well, my first response would have to be to you, Ryan, with a applause for that. A very insulting speech impediment-esque lisp you had.
I'm waiting for Kyren, I guess that's how you pronounce it, to actually be like, I actually do have a speech impediment, thank you very much.
I think she'd say it more like this. I actually do have a speech impediment, thank you very much.
But, yeah, we did not die because, in all honesty, I mean, we had milk.
Yeah, we had milk. We definitely had milk. Let's see.
Okay,
What else we got?
Going down the list, we're looking...
Okay, I got another one here from Charlie Bravo, and this was posted 2 days ago.
Charlie Bravo?
Yeah, it's Johnny's brother, yeah. Were we both on the same wavelength?
Yes.
Yeah, that was good. So Charlie Bravo posted this comment 2 days ago on the Wharf Stash affair. Charlie says, "The dog can burn in hell for all I care. If this was real life, it's the same if this were to be reality. It would be the baby and humans I'd care about, so stop complaining about the dog."
What a run-on sentence that was.
Man, I am right there with you, Charlie.
I didn't understand it. Okay.
I had no idea what
Should we go step Should we?
Yeah,
let's walk through this comment. Okay. First, he says the dog can burn in hell for all I care. So obviously,
I'm there with him right there.
Okay, right there. We got it. Let's see where he loses us. For all I care. If this was real life, it's the same. If this were to be reality.
Okay. Let me stop you right there, Ryan.
Okay.
What is he trying to say now?
Okay. What does he care if this were real life? It's the same. I guess it's. I don't know.
I have no idea.
The word reality very just like.
I don't think you know what it means. You know what? Okay. You know what? Let's just give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's move right along.
Okay. Reality. It would be the baby and humans I'd care about. So stop complaining about the dog. So the middle kind of lost me, but what he's saying is the dog can burn in hell for all I care. Why aren't you people caring about the humans in this sketch? The baby.
And the girlfriend and your character and my character.
Yeah. So I guess, so we figured that out. But just the middle portion, I'm still perplexed by.
So, Mr. Bravo, can I call you Mr. Bravo?
Yes.
I agree with you. I honestly agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah, I agree with you too.
And I appreciate that comment. Thank you so much for leaving a comment. Let's keep scrolling.
Okay, so we found another one by Morgan Parham. How would you pronounce that? Parham. Parham. Okay. Morgan Parham says, Mark is so hot when he is badass.
All right.
Sweet. Thank you, Morgan.
This next comment comes from Jade Starshine, and she left it 2 days ago on electronic farts, and it's a question that I have been meaning to answer once and for all, and here it is. She's asking me what's the ending song's name. So she's essentially asking what the name of the song is that plays at the end of every Cyndágo video during the splash screen. And I will tell you, Jade, and I will tell everyone that song is called Remember the Time I Shoot, and it's an original song that I made and I've posted on SoundCloud. So if you want to listen to it, you can definitely check it out on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Daniel-Kyre. If you go there and scroll down, you will find the song. And I don't think you can download it anymore, unfortunately, because SoundCloud limits to 100 downloads. So there are many websites, though, that you can rip it off of SoundCloud with. And I urge you to go and do that. So there it is. That song is called Remember the Time I Shoot, original by me. And you can go download it off of SoundCloud.
Okay, so I see another one on our video, The Net Affair. It is a comment left by Rick Gugo. And it's the comment FedEx as a question. FedEx? Question mark. And that is because there is a FedEx plane in the background. And there are people that have just been saying, oh, okay, nice ad placement, stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
product placement.
Yeah, product placement. And it's like, do you really think we went all the way to just, hey, FedEx, do you think maybe you can, just send a plane out right near us so we can just frame it perfectly so we can just offer you free advertisement? Do we need a plane for that? We could have had it on a box. We could have had it on a uniform. We could have had it on anything. Why would we go through the trouble of getting a plane?
As you can see, guys, this is a very touchy issue for Ryan.
It's just ridiculous. Why would we do that?
I'm speechless. I totally agree. I don't think that people really thought very much before they asked us if that was product placement. If we don't have the budget to do even anything close to big scale, why would we hire a pilot and a plane?
I mean, why? And why FedEx?
Yeah, why
Why would
FedEx?
we go out of our way? It wouldn't be them just, hey guys, we wanted to advertise. We were wondering if you had a building that you could sit atop right next to an airport that I actually put some of my planes down in. And I'm gonna have some of my planes there. If you could actually put it in a shot, if you're filming anything, just if you could do that. First of all, no.
And here's another thing, guys. One more comment about this situation is if I was better at After Effects, I would have totally put the word butt sex in the same font color in the same vein as the logo on that plane.
Let's take a step back. And that is no joke to homosexuality or anything. Butt sex can happen between a man and a woman.
You had to take it there.
I'm just saying, people like to jump the gun, and I thought I'd do that first.
You'd rather do butt sex first?
No. Moving on.
One more comment. This is a great one to finish it off. It was left by Amara L. McGinnity, and it was left on the Net Affair. And Ryan insisted that I read this one because
It's perfect. It's like a script. It's written out for you.
somebody wrote us a little mini skit, and I'm gonna read it exactly as.
Should we take separate parts on this?
Yeah. How
There's
about
3 parts.
Okay, how about I'll just do
You just be me, and I'll be everyone else.
Okay.
So you have one. Okay, here we go.
Okay, so this was written from the perspective of Amara, and I guess this is her way of forcing herself into one of our sketches. All right, so she says, "All right, this has to stop.
Jumps on table.
Who keeps giving Mark the fucking gun?"
We did.
Me. "That was a stupid fucking idea."
Mark. The fuck did I do?
Me. "You shot people."
Mark. Picks up gun from table. So?
Me.
Sits down from the table slowly with hands in the air.
"We got a badass over here."
Let me just start off by saying I am deeply sorry that we did not see this comment sooner, because I'd love to have that be the ending.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a
it's
perfect
gold.
ending.
It's absolutely great. I mean, it's better than anything we could have thought of.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, what is the YouTube comment section for but for aspiring writers to leave their take on our hard work?
Our hardy work.
On our hard work.
It's very hardy to work so hard.
It's hard. So stop by Hardee's and get a 2-for-1 bacon cheeseburger this Sunday only.
Yeah.
Stupid Hardee's joke.
Okay, so that was fun. Okay, something that, we touched on earlier that I mentioned that we filmed a sketch for Mark that I actually wanted to go in maybe deeper, conversation about, because people are watching this. About the, behind the scenes of it. How we shot and stuff like that. First of all, it was just an idea that I came up with just because Five Nights at Freddy's was popular, and I knew, 3 was right around the corner, which is really weird because we were about to film this, and, we filmed it, we got it done and everything, and right before we could edit it, Five Nights at Freddy's 3 released.
Right.
Which made us work extra fast. We had to put this video out much faster than we thought we would have to have.
Right. Yeah, it was a complete surprise when the third one came out, because the original plan was we needed a first sketch to work on since we'd arrived here, and that was the one that we wanted to do first, was the one involving Five Nights at Freddy's. And the original plan was we were going to make the sketch and then just put it on hold for a while and wait for the third one to come out, which at that time we had no idea when it would come out. We didn't know if it'd come out in a week. We didn't know if it'd come out in a month or 5 months.
Yeah.
We had no idea.
Yeah, the original plan, was to give it to Mark so he could put it on backlog for whenever it did release.
Yeah. So it would be topical. And it was just crazy because, like Ryan said, it came out immediately. We were completely blindsided by it. It blindsided Mark even more so because, he had all these plans. He had to go to PAX East, and he had to go to South by Southwest, and he had to, start making sketches for that. And the release of Five Nights completely blindsided him and threw his whole schedule off. But basically, it was a lot of fun to make the sketch because none of this pressure existed when we made it.
Yeah.
So we had no idea that we had to be in a hurry, and we just made it on our own time, which was great. And the sketch turned out great. If you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and go over to Mark's channel as soon as you can.
I'm sorry. We built a set that was not shown in it whatsoever. We took, an hour and a half?
Dude,
putting fake wood flooring
I
down.
Destroyed my hands.
That we did not see.
My hands are now fully healed, but I tore my hands to pieces.
What was going through our heads? We just maybe we just need him to feel like he's on a set, because the shots we were thinking, would we have ever really seen the floor?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't.
We had one wide shot planned, maybe.
Well, so my idea for the shots was to have it very 60 minutes esque. Yeah. So it would look like. The tone would be kind of dark. The lighting would be very, very, very cinematic. Not necessarily. I don't know. It's just when I think of 60 minutes, I think of the most upscale journalism possible. So that was the tone I was going for. And when I would I would look up pictures on Google Images to find screenshots from interviews on 60 Minutes and shows alike. And for some reason, I got the idea of a wooden floor with a coffee table in the background with the nice a brick wall or something like dim light on the back. You know, just something really, really, really dim and soothing. That's what I wanted. But for some reason, a wood floor was in that. And if you watch the video, not once is a wooden floor shown. Nope. But we promise you, about 2 feet below the shot is the most beautiful fake wood flooring.
We need to use it. We have to use it.
We will.
We
if
put
we do
so
the
much
video,
time into that.
If we do the video if we do the video with Sean, we can use it in that. We will use it eventually. But anyway, putting it together was a complete bitch. Like we had to. Basically, if you've never put wood flooring, like fake linoleum or vinyl wood flooring together, it comes in these slabs, the shape and size of like a 2x4 plank of wood, but they're flat and floppy and plastic, and they fit together very, very specifically.
They fit together exactly like Hot Wheels tracks.
Yeah, they fit just like together. And it's funny because if anybody that has actually put flooring together and is listening to this, not that we have a very high demographic of carpenters.
Florists. But that's for flowers.
That's awesome. But yeah. Anyway, there's a very specific way to put flooring together like that, and you need like a hammer. Apparently some guy came in afterwards.
He said mallet.
A mallet, yeah, my bad. There's a very, very, very stark difference between the two. Let me be clear. You don't want to go, using a hammer for a mallet's job, guys. Carpentry 101.
Or vice versa.
Yeah. Or 101 carpentry. It's all...
Or is it the whole thing where it's like, a hammer is a mallet, but a mallet isn't a hammer? Could that argument be made?
I think it'd be a mallet is a hammer, but a hammer isn't a mallet. Yeah,
but I was going to say a mallet isn't a hammer because a mallet doesn't have the things to take nails out with.
That's true. But when I think of a hammer, it's just like the specific, like, boom, boom, boom. A mallet could do a hammer's job.
Yeah.
If it needs to get a nail in the wall. But a hammer would destroy anything that a mallet's used for.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys.
That was fun, wasn't it?
There's a little bit of wisdom for you.
We'll always trail off. I promise you, we will always trail off from what we were originally talking about.
I barely remember what we were talking about.
Something about, if you ever put floors together, not to make sure, then it just trailed off from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you were going to give any advice on putting floors down or something, is that what you were going for?
That was my intention. I was just trying to describe to these people what it was like to make a video, and now here we are talking about putting together floors. So yeah, that was a hassle. And then that was an asshole. There was an asshole right in the middle of the flooring.
Our eyes just diverted, and I'm still fixed on it right now. I'm staring at it right now.
There's an asshole on the floor, and you know what? You guys know what we're talking about. You know when you're just like. You know when you're just like hanging out in your room and you look down at the floor and there's just an asshole just right there, like a little.
It barely happens in my room at home, but right now it really has me transfixed.
It's crazy, guys. If you're listening to this right now, I want you to get on Twitter and post something about the podcast and do #FloorAsshole.
So we know you listened.
Yeah, and that you also are cool and are willing to post naughty things on your Twitter.
Yeah, or if you're good at Photoshop, take a picture of your asshole.
We do not in any way condone taking pictures of your asshole. Please don't do that.
For business or pleasure.
No, if it's business, that's different. But
yeah.
Pleasure, definitely not. Nobody wants to see your asshole.
Which brings up the question.
Oh, boy.
Would you ever do porn if offered the right amount of money?
Sure.
Like public porn.
Oh, public porn?
Yeah.
Wait, do you mean like porn
that's
publicly viewable,
as in
or it's
porn
in
that
public?
Porn that could be seen on RedTube.
Oh.
Public. Wow.
I've never heard of that. What is that, Ryan? I don't know what RedTube is.
Or XNXX or X videos.
I've never heard of these. Wow.
They're videos where you watch porn for free.
How do you know about all these, dude?
Well, my mom.
So that's how you got into the movie business, through your mom.
Mm-hmm. My mom's addiction to porn.
Oh, I thought she was
her porn addiction. A porn star?
Yeah.
No.
Common misconception?
No.
So you're saying your mom doesn't look like she'd fit to do porn?
Nah,
Are you insulting your mom? Are you calling your mom ugly?
I'm sure.
I think your mom is a nice looking woman.
I'm sure in the right time period, maybe a few years back, she would have made a good porn star. But right now, it's just not her thing.
When you say a few years back, like specifically how many years back?
Probably about 2.
But dude, your mom,
Can we change the goddamn subject? I'm trying to go along with it, but there comes a point where you just don't want to talk about your mom being penetrated for money.
Oh, God.
On video.
You had to bring the
On
P
video
word.
was the key part of that.
You had to bring the P into it.
So we have really, we're just talking about dicks now.
Yeah.
Anyways,
now we're just talking about porn. Yeah. So moving on.
which we got to wrap up soon.
Yeah, we do. We've been trying to. I don't know if we said this earlier, but we have tried to do a podcast before.
No, we did not.
And it barely got off the ground. It hovered for like
2 episodes.
2 episodes.
We made a 3rd episode, never aired.
Yeah.
Just didn't have.
Technically, we had
the
4
right
episodes.
feel.
We had 4 because we had 2 with Max, and then we had 1 with Gray, and then we had 1 with Mark, and the one with one of the 2 podcasts that we did with Max totally made it online.
Yeah,
quality was shit, but that had nothing to do.
Max is a great guy. We met him through Vine. He was who is Maxwell from Vine.
Yeah, if you guys are Vine fans, you've probably heard of him, and he is an even cooler dude than he is funny on Vine. So he was great. It was so much fun to go, and he lived in North Carolina, so it was only like a 4-hour drive from where we lived in South Carolina to visit
Yeah,
him.
well, for me it was a 4-hour drive. For you it was a 4-hour nap.
That's true. Got me. I didn't nap the whole time, did I?
No.
Maybe on the way back.
Yeah, you napped on the way back for probably like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it was nice.
A serious conversation about naps.
Yeah.
I didn't nap that long, did I? No, probably an hour and a half. Repeating it a couple, Bakery, all right. Transition.
But yeah, so anyway, we did one with Max, and then we had one with Mark up, which was actually great. I think it's a really enjoyable podcast. It's great because it was right after he played Five Nights at Freddy's 2, so he goes in depth about his experiences with Five Nights, and we kind of talk a little bit about the conspiracies and theories about that. But yeah, here we are. We're trying to make this official. This one, as opposed this one's very different from the other ones because this one is going to be on iTunes. Hopefully, you're listening to this on iTunes.
Yep. And hopefully this picks up. But I'm excited to record more podcasts in the future.
Yeah, we're going to get guests on here. We're going to have Mark on here very soon. He's visiting with family this weekend, but we want to have him on for next week. Hopefully, there's going to be a lot more organization. And we're super excited to get you guys to contribute somehow, thinking about having like fan recordings that we'll play on the podcast. And
who knows, one of those special guests could be my porn star mom.
Very, 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 very likely. Dude, we should get...
I'm serious. I'm serious.
Can we get your mom as a guest?
Maybe.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome. Though, so we just tone it down. Guys.
Yeah.
Like she's fucking Lois from Family Guy. God. My mom doesn't sound like that.
Like she's fucking Lois?
Like she's fucking...
That's like a weird like hentai real life live action crossover.
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to divulge into this again.
Okay, well, this is a better note to end on than I could have imagined.
No.
So yeah, guys, thanks so much for listening. This has been the Cyndágo podcast. Ryan, why don't you take us home?
Bye.